Hey guys, in today's video we will not talk about specific AI automation inside n8n, but I will show you more how to think about developing your AI automations and especially the ones that are really close to your clients. If we have AI agent that is creating Facebook posts, overall like social media posts, if you have AI agent that is replying to your emails, I would say that the most important part, besides testing your AI agent on the previous data, is to put something in the middle before going to your clients. So in this case, I will recommend to implement something like human in the loop. And in today's video, I will show you a few simple ways how to do it, which tools we can use to use it, to basically develop this, because we can do it with a Google Sheets, we can do it with Airtable. It requires a little bit of changing the flow, but also I will just show you how to put one or two simple notes and connect this with your Telegram or Slack, and then give this automation to your teammate, and then they can basically check if AI agent is giving accurate responses, if AI agent is making proper Facebook posts, or if decisions made are also correct. So let's go to n8n. So let's talk first how we can implement this, because if you saw my recent video, you saw that we can implement something like a button inside Airtable. So basically the automation is running after clicking the button or after changing the status inside Airtable. The same strategy we can implement inside our Google Sheet. And basically in this case scenario, you are generating the information to your AI agent, then you are clicking the button and the automation is running. So this is also the way how to implement human in the loop, because human in the loop is a really good thing to implement in case you want to test something, or in case this is the new automation and it is really close to your clients. So as you can see, I just generated test automation just to show you how it's working. So let me show you, because as of right now, this automation is basically whenever we are receiving the email, then AI agent is checking and is basically trying to generate response to this email. So then we are preparing all the data, we are cleaning them, etc. Then we are adding into Google Sheet, and I would say this is also really important just to have some kind of logs logic, just to have the logs. And as you can see, here we are sending the information with a draft. Like, hey, we just got the email, we created a draft. And as you can see, I haven't used any stuff like this. I basically I will show you, I created a link, as you can see here, and after clicking approve, I'm clicking open, this is what they will see, your teammates will see, and they can just simply close this and go into automation. And as you can see, the automation went through and it sent the email to the person that was sending us email. So how it's working? In this case scenario, we are basically preparing all the information, like to who we have to send it, the subject, etc., the AI draft, and then here we are generating the approve URL and we are generating the deny URL. And these URLs we are sending into Telegram. Here they are, and after clicking them, we are able to either accept or deny. And this is important part, like we have the wait node that is basically waiting on our webhook. What is really good in this case, that we can basically have unlimited time in which automation is waiting for the webhook, but also we can limit the time if someone has only 1 hour to make a decision or not. I think it gives us a lot of options how to implement the automation itself. So that's the first one. And honestly, this is something that your Claude will give you in case you will ask him to build you something like this. And I would say that although this is working correctly, like I showed you, we got information about the email, we got information about that we already get the draft, what to send, and we only needed to wait for the response. But there is better way, and I will show you on this Slack automation, because here, as you can see, this is the second case I generated. So basically the use case of it is that we are generating we have some kind of form, or better use case is to have some kind of Airtable, and we are basically waiting for information from the team. And in this case scenario, we want to go to the Slack. Here we are inside Slack, inside my my test environment, and as you can see, we can have approval link. This is the same logic I showed you inside the Telegram, but here it's like looks a little bit better. So here we wanted to generate the LinkedIn post about AI related AI automation in real estate industry. As you can see, I didn't put any copywriting styles or anything like this, so don't bother, like the copy is not the best. But as you can see, we have two links, and like only because I tried to run it in the past, it remembered this entrance, and that's why it was already auto approved. But this is the same logic here, that as you can see, we are basically sending normal message. We have links, and after clicking a link, we have also webhook. We have also node wait that is waiting on the webhook. We can also limit the time here, and later, as you can see, we also added here the information on the different channel, just to inform the team that we have created posts like this. And in this case scenario, we can also put like LinkedIn note, so the post will be automatically posted on our account. But I will show you a better way, because here is the example. We can basically create operation send and wait for response, and in this case scenario, we only need to provide like message, what kind of message will be sent on the LinkedIn, and here we are adding if we want to approve or if we want to decline. And in this case scenario, we can also limit the time in which the automation will wait for a response, and this is how it looks. I would say that this way is a little bit nicer. It looks at least nicer for our teammates that will operate, and this is the information they will get. As you can see, in this case scenario, they also don't need to be inside n8n. Basically, they don't need to know how the automation is running. They only need to click specific thing, and it will work smooth. The entire point of this video was not to show you something that you are not aware of, because if you went through the list of nodes and the functionality, you are probably aware of that. But I think that this is like reading a good coding practice. You want to know the good automation practice just to make sure that you will not make any issue with your business or with your client's business if you are implementing the AI for your clients. I think this is the best way, just to make sure that the quality of AI is giving the best outcome and it will not cause any damage to the business itself. So if you like this video, don't forget to give me a like, subscribe, and drop the comment down below. See you in the next one.